Hey, my friend! Welcome to Tales of Terror, the channel that's about to take you on a journey full of chills, mysteries, and unforgettable horror. Tonight, I'm going to tell you my own story, a story that shook me to the core and made me question everything around me. Just imagine a forgotten village, thick fog, and secrets buried deep in the darkness. But before we dive in, I want you to join the conversation. If you were in my shoes, what would you do? Hit that subscribe button, smash the like, and let's uncover this mystery together. Get ready, because what's coming will make you question everything you thought you knew. Are you ready? Imagine this, my friend, an old car sliding down a dusty road through thick fog. I had just arrived at Shadow Village, a place I couldn't have imagined even in my worst nightmares. The houses were wooden and falling apart, and the people stared at me like I was some alien from another world. Doors slammed shut, and whispers floated through the air. I felt like something was off. Like this village was hiding a deep, dark secret. But still, I was determined to help. I was the new doctor after all. Suddenly, John appeared, the only nurse in town and the only one who smiled at me. Picture this, a kind guy who could fix the lights, cook a meal, and treat the sick. The village's very own Superman. But tell me, why was John the only one who welcomed me? Get ready, the story is just beginning. The villagers were unnaturally strange. One guy came to me once complaining about stomach pain. I told him it was probably the contaminated water. But imagine, he looked me dead in the eye and said, "No, it's a curse from someone close to me." A curse? Seriously? These people believed in magic and witchcraft instead of science. I tried to convince them the water was the real issue, but no one listened. Even the cell signal was terrible. I had to walk 20 kilometers just to get a single bar. More people were getting sick, and supplies were running out. I felt helpless, watching people die in front of me, and I couldn't do anything to stop it. Now imagine how it feels to want to save lives, but everything around you is screaming that there's a bigger secret. Are you ready to hear what happened next? The hospital felt like a nightmare. It was just me, John, and one nurse, Mary, trying to care for 50 patients using the most basic tools. Even the hospital director, Dr. Edward, kept ignoring the situation, like death was just another part of the daily routine for him. John, who had been so kind at first, started acting tense. I once overheard him whisper, "There's nothing we can do for them, doctor." I looked him in the eye and said, "No way, John. We have to try." But deep down, I could feel he was hiding something. Now imagine finding out the one person you trusted might be hiding a dangerous secret. Want to know what I heard next? One dark night, as I was heading back to my room, I heard Edward's voice coming from his office. He was talking to someone, but the strange thing is, there's no signal in the village. He said, "The number of patients is rising. We have to continue the mission." The mission? What mission? Suddenly, the door swung open and Edward yelled, "How dare you enter my office without permission?" I was terrified, but I told him people were dying and we needed more supplies. He looked at me coldly and said, "It's their fate. Go back to your room." Can you imagine someone being that heartless? But what I heard next made me realize I had to find out the truth myself. Are you ready to uncover the secret hiding on the second floor? I waited until they were asleep, then quietly snuck up to the second floor, the one that had been locked since the day I arrived. The door opened easily, almost like someone wanted me to go in. Imagine this, my friend. I found a storage room filled with advanced medical equipment, syringes, machines, supplies, everything we needed to save the villagers. Why was Edward hiding all of this? Why was he letting people die? I wanted to confront him, but then I felt someone behind me. Suddenly, I felt a sharp blow to the back of my head, and everything went black. Was Edward hiding all of this? Why was he letting people die? I wanted to confront him, but then I felt someone behind me. When I opened my eyes, I was back in my room. But what I saw next will make you scream. Want to know what happened? When I woke up, John was standing over me, saying I had passed out from exhaustion. But I know what I saw. Masked people moving patients and bodies into strange vehicles. I saw them, my friend, throwing people into a massive pit in the desert. Then flames erupted. The screams were tearing my heart apart. Suddenly, a huge creature rose from the pit and handed a small box to one of the masked figures. Edward and John were both there. Edward drank some black liquid from a vial and instantly turned young again. Then John transformed into something horrifying, like a corpse sniffing the ground. I felt someone behind me, and everything went dark again. Now imagine witnessing that nightmare with your own eyes. Want to know what they said when I woke up? My friend, the story still holds so many secrets. If you want to know what happened next, subscribe to Tales of Terror, hit that like button, and drop your guesses in the comments. What do you think was inside the box? When I woke up, John told me I was just exhausted, that I imagined everything. But I know what I saw was real. Edward was waiting for me in his office. He handed me a paper and said, "This village isn't your place. Go back to the city." But I wasn't going to let it go. I saw his signature on that paper. So why did it feel like it wasn't just any ordinary document? When I got back to the city, I went to a nearby clinic and asked around. They told me there's no hospital in that village. Not now, not ever. Imagine realizing the place you were in might not even be real. Want to know what I discovered next? The strangest part? They told me Edward died in a fire years ago. But I saw him, my friend. I saw his signature. When I opened the paper again, it was completely blank, like the signature had vanished into thin air. I started feeling like something was watching me. Whispers in the dark, footsteps behind me in the street. I'm not crazy. That village is hiding something huge, and I'm going to uncover it, no matter what. Now imagine you were in my place, my friend. Would you go back to the village to find the truth, or would you run? I went back to the village, but it was abandoned. The hospital was gone, like it had never existed, like it was all a dream. Suddenly, I heard a strange voice whisper, "Some secrets are meant to stay buried." Imagine hearing that in the dark. Was I really seeing Edward and John? Or was I trapped in a nightmare? I know I'm not crazy. Whatever's happening, I won't stop until I find the truth. That village, it holds something bigger than you and me. Will I uncover the secret, or will the shadows consume me? My friend, the story is over. Or maybe it isn't over yet. So many questions still have no answers.
Who was Edward talking to? What was inside the box? And why did the paper turn blank?
I want you to share your theories in the comments on Tales of Terror. Tell me, what do you think the secret is? Subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and let's uncover the truth together.
Please, when you go to sleep tonight, make sure the doors are locked, because the shadows might be watching you. Good night.